Hi and welcome to Drummer's Review. I'm Nolly, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at some UFIP 1931 series cymbals. UFIP are an Italian cymbal brand, and while they're not yet a household name on the international market, they've been around for a long time, since 1931 in fact, hence the name of this range of cymbals. Now these cymbals are made out of B20 bronze, they're hand hammered, and they were developed in collaboration with UFIP artist Federico Pavlovich with the aim of creating warm traditional tones with a quick decay. While they're aimed at more classic genres, UFIP do note as well that they could be appropriate for more contemporary styles too, like rock, pop and hip hop. Today's set comprises of a 21-inch sizzle ride, 20 and 17-inch crash cymbals and a 14-inch hi-hat. In terms of costs, it's about £250 for the 17-inch crash, it's about £300 for the 20-inch crash, £330 for the ride, and around £350 for the hi-hats. It never ceases to amaze us how much sonic variation is available within the world of cymbals, with so many manufacturers generating wildly different results from very similar raw materials. Without much experience of the UFIP sound to date, we were excited to see what they could do. So let's listen to a few more sound clips, then come back for some discussion. Our initial impression was that these are really nice looking cymbals with all of the obvious signs of being extremely well crafted. We describe them as medium thin, and the subtly hammered playing surfaces have a kind of unique satin feel to them, especially the hi-hat, which appears to have been sanded smooth after the lathing process. Speaking of the hi-hats, the sound was instantly characterful, with excellent stick definition and a warm, fat sound. They're quite low pitch, and they steer well clear of the overly strident upper mid-range that some hats can suffer from. We felt like these hats sounded great no matter how you played them, whether it was pedalled, closed, or open. They always stayed clean, clear, and musical. Moving on to the crashers, we really like the 20-inch crash in particular. You'd be forgiven for thinking it was a little bit smaller than it is, because it's got quite a quick attack time and a controlled sustain. There's quite a lot of low-end content to this crash during the decay, which I suppose is something you'd have to hear for yourself to decide if you like. And we actually really like this cymbal as a crash ride too, especially at the softer playing dynamics, so it could make a good one-stop solution for a more minimalist setup. The 17-inch crash was probably our least favourite of the bunch, to be honest. It had a more piercing and high-pitched character, but at the same time, wasn't quite trashy enough to carry it off in a cool way. Perhaps as part of a larger cymbal array, maybe with 2 or more other crashes, you'd find cool accents to place it on, but as part of a pair of crashes, we feel like that slot might be better filled by an 18 or 19-inch cymbal to give a better balance with the 20. The ride was husky sounding, but still maintained plenty of springy stick definition. The actual rivets themselves seem a little bit bigger than we've seen on other sizzle rides, but the actual sizzle sound, if anything, was a little bit more subdued in a nice way. It added to rather than dominated the sound spectrum. One of the key specifications of the 1931 cymbals is the use of a slightly smaller bell size than is normal for UFIP. But on this ride, we still found that the bell offered a nice step up in volume and cut, which made a nice contrast against playing on the bow. As far as rides go, we think that the cymbal is actually quite nice and crashable. It's got obviously quite a low pitch, but it's not overbearing and it opens up really nicely when played on the edge. Stylistically, the sound of these cymbals is certainly very appropriate for jazz, big band, and other vintage styles. But apart from the ride, which is naturally limited by the rivets, we'd say the rest of the 1931s actually would offer a nice stepping stone between your more conventional hand-hammered cymbals and the extra dry, dark, and generally lo-fi cymbals that are really popular amongst a lot of contemporary players at the moment. Typically, hand-hammered B20 bronze cymbals are just about as expensive as they get, so to us it's a huge bonus to find that these cymbals are quite a lot cheaper than the competition from the other major manufacturers. And for that reason, we'd say they're actually really good value for money. But what do you guys think? Leave us a comment with your opinion, hit subscribe to be notified of future content, and we'll see you next time at Drummers Review.